Alright, you're welcome back to this class again. In this video, we want to look at another aspect of number basis, and that is how to convert from base 10 to other bases. The last video we treated how to convert from base other bases to base 10. So we are doing the opposite now. So we want to convert back to other bases from base 10. How do we do that? So simple. So don't forget, if you have length, the rule of divisibility, you should be able to do this without any problem, without having any problem. So in that case, we move on to it. So we have these examples here. We have these following examples. So convert 241 base 10 to base 2. We are converting express 809 base 10 in hexadecimal. So we are also expressing this one. This one is a decimal. We have whole number and decimal part in octal. How do we do that? That's what I want to explain in this video. So let's start with the first one. So the first one, which is this solution. So we have the first one, which is we are converting this. So the rule is this. The rule is this. What we're going to let me use this side. Solutions. Solutions. The first one is 241. So we are going to use, because we are converting to the base 2, right? We are converting to base 2. What we are going to do is we are going to use 2. We're going to make use of what we call repeated division. We use repeated division to solve this. So what are we going to do? We're going to have this. We are going to have 2 or 3 columns. So the middle one will be the number inside, 241. Since we are converting to base 2, we use 2 to divide. 2 will be here. If you are converting to base 3, you put 3. If it is 4, you put 4 here. Then here we're going to have the remainder, R. So if you have anything left, even if you don't have anything left, you will have 0. You put it under this one. So what we're going to do now, we'll start using 2 to divide. 2 and 2 here, 1. 2 in 4 is 2. 2 in 1 is what? 0. Remainder what? 1. Hope I'm making sense. So we look at 2 again. We use 2? 2 in 12. 2 cannot go in 1. We combine the 2 together. Because the reason why we are combining 1 and 2 together is because it's at the beginning of that number. But if it's at the middle, so we will not do that. So you still look at the example that we're going to do that will involve that, right? So what we're going to do, 2 in 12 now will be 6. 2 in 0 what? 0. Remainder what? 0. Then 2 can go again. 2 in 60 is what? 30. Remainder 0. 2 in 30 is 15. Remainder what? 0. 2 in 15 is 7. Remainder what? 1. 2 in 7 is 3. Remainder 1. 2 in 3 is 1. Remainder what? 1. 2 in 1. 2 cannot go in 1. Please take note of this aspect. 2 in 1. 2 is not, you cannot use 2 to divide 1. You can't count 1 and say how many 2 can you say in 1? Is it possible? No. So what you're going to have is what? 0. It is, we cannot find it, we can only find 0, 2 in 1. So in that case, what do we have left? 1. You can see when you now get to the last stage, if what you have here is 0, that's where you're going to stop. When you still have number, you continue until you get to what? 0 under this column. So in that case, our answer will now be from bottom, from the last digit here, you write it upward from here. So that means we're going to have 241 base 10 is equals to 111,123,4,0,0,1 base 2. So this will become our answer. I hope this is clear. All right. So look at the second example. So this second example, we are converting into base 10 to base 16 hexadecimal, right? So what we're going to have is the same thing. We're going to have the same thing. So we have this, we have this, we have remainder here. We have 809. Then we put our 16 our divisor here. So let's move to it now. So we make use of a calculator here, because it involves a big number, a large number, right? So large number here, 16. So we'll consider the first two. So 80 divided by 16, that gives what? 5 straight. It gives me what? 5, right? So 16 in 9, that is 0. Remainder what? 9. Am I with you? Then 16 again. So 50 divided by 16. 60 divided by, 50 divided by 16, that gives 3. So that is 16 times, that's remainder. 16 times 3, that gives 48, remainder 2. So 16 in 3, that is 0, remainder 3. So this is where we're going to stop. So that's the end. So we'll write from bottom to top. So that means 809 base 10 equals 329 base what? 16. Sometimes it's just unfortunate that we do not have, I'll still look at another example that our answer will involve us something like A, B, C, or D. So we see the same thing, the same way. So next stage is number 3. So what we are going to do in this case, number 3 is that you can see it has 2 parts. This one has whole parts and has decimal parts. We're going to do them separately. So this one we're going to do first. You do it normal way. You pick the whole part, 574. See, we're converting to octal. Octal is what? Base 8. That's base 8. We have our remainder here, right? So 8 in 57, right? That's the first thing. You pick 7 divided by 8. 57 divided by 8, that gives us 7. That's 56. 7, remainder 1. 8 in 14, that is 1, remainder what? 6. Then we use 8 again. 8 in 71, that is 8, which is 64. So 71 minus 64. Minus 64 gives 7. Right? So 8 in 8, 1. Remainder what? 0. Am I with you? Then 8 in 1 is 0. Remainder what? 1. So this one will give us, so which means the whole part, which is 57, is what? 574 is what? 1076. We keep this one. So the next stage is the decimal part. So what we're going to do is the decimal part. So we pick the decimal part, which is 0.235. We convert into base 8. So we'll be using 8 to multiply it. So we multiply by 8. So that's the first thing. 8 times 5 is 40, carry 1. 8 times 3 is 24 plus this 28, carry 2. 8 times 2, that is 16. 16 plus 2, 18. 18, you carry right 8 and put 8 times 0, 0 plus 1, 1. Right? So continue using 8 to divide, to multiply. So 8 times 0, 0, 64, carry 6. 64 plus the 70, carry 7. Right? You put 7 here. That is 70. So we not use 8 to multiply this one. Do you understand? Don't use 8. You only use the 8 to multiply the decimal part. Nothing concerned with this one. Sorry for it saying 8 multiplied by 0 here. No. So you multiply by the decimal part only decimal part. So that's why we stop there. So we'll continue 8 again. So 8 again, this marker. Okay. 8 again. 8, that is 0. Right. 8 times 4, that is 32. You write what? 2. Carry what? 3. 8 times 0, 0 plus 3. You write what? 3. So we know what this should be 0. Right? 8 again. I'll tell you what we're going to do next. So 8, that is 0. 16, carry 1. 8 times 0, that's 24, 25. 2 will come in. So our answer will be the decimal part. Starting from this place, our answer will be the decimal part. So we can continue, but we don't want it to be too long. So this means to be what? 0.1702. So which we are going to add to this, so that will be 574.235 will be equals to the whole part, which is 1702 base what? Base 8. You notice that this one, the highest we have here is what? 8. You cannot see 9 there. You can't see 9 there. You cannot see A, you can't see B and C and D to F. So that is that on the example, right? So, all right, I want to add one more example to show you the part that will give us letters here. So let's look at this one. So we want to combine 980 base 10 to base 16. So the same process. So we have 980. We have our remainder here. We convert it to base 16, right? So let's make sure our calculator faster. So 998 divided by 16, that gives 6. So that is 16. 6 times 16, that gives us 96, remainder 2, right? So 16 in 20, that is 1, remainder what? 4. So 61 divided by 16, that gives 3. So 3 times 16, that gives 48. So that gives 48. So 61 minus 48, that gives 13. So when are you going to write 13 down here? No, because you can see 13 is less than 16. So we're not going to write 13 down. So don't forget, A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, and D is what? 13. So instead of writing 13 down, we put what? D there. So I believe I'm making sense. So 16 in 3, that is what? 0 carry what? 3. Remainder 3. So therefore our answer will then be 980 base 10 equals 3D for base what? 16. 3D base what? 16. So that is that on this video, how to convert from base 10 to other bases. There's no other one that can come. I've given you all the examples that you can come across. So no matter how the example is being the person is being twisted, you should be able to answer it correctly with these examples that I've given you in this video. So if you find this video useful and helpful, don't forget to subscribe and put on your notification bell so that anytime I release other invaluable videos, you'll be able to get notification on time and then you can get instant access to it and benefit from it. So you can also share the video with your friends, invite your friends to our programs.